Yo, can people hear
Oh,
me?
hello.
Am I alive? Am I alive? Am I living?
Okay, we're doing it live, bro.
Am I alive?
Am
Can
I
the bands
alive?
play? Can the bands play?
Are you my dad?
I wish I was your dad, bitch. You'd be in fucking. If I'm
Dude,
your dad, you would be in fucking. You're in fuck. You're punished right now. You're punished.
my buddy Mario will yell, or Dalton even. Dalton, my buddy Dalton has yelled out the window like, "Dad, Mom." It's not funny. I just realized we're being recorded, so I'm not gonna make the joke. But
I'm only here for the bands.
I see Frankenstein's out there. What up, brah? Yeah. So what is this? Are we doing the deal, Eco? Are you?
Yes, please.
What? When do you click the start recording button on the YouTube?
Already
I have
did.
no
Oh,
pants
nice.
on. I have
That's
no
sick.
pants on. It's for all the hex ladies out there. I'm single.
Is Highway joining?
He just joined.
Oh shit! Nice. There he is. What do you know?
So what should I talk about? Scams or
No, I told you what to talk about already. What you need to understand is some people get it, some people don't. And I have people in my life that don't get it, and I got people in my life that do get it. And, you know, right now we're just a bunch of crazy loon birds, who talk crazy wild game theory and, insane tokenomics and all this crazy shit. Cutting edge,
for the 1%.
digital financial revolution, cutting edge products, and we're on the forefront of it. And everyone's like, "Oh, that's a scam! Oh, it's a scam! Oh, that's not." And it's like it's the same people who said the internet was a joke, was a scam. Oh, that's gonna be nothing. Oh, it's just gonna be used for email. Yeah, well, now the internet's everything. So, um, you know, not gonna miss the boat. And some people are going to deny all the way up to, they're going to be buying Hex at $5. They're going to be buying Pulse Chain at 50 cents and Pulse X at fucking 35 cents. And, they're going to see number go up. They're going to FOMO in and they're going to be like, wow, Kef was actually right. That crazy son of a bitch. He took a rash of shit for 2 years, but he was right. And, that's the story. Time and time again, people just, they're like, that's too good to be true. They don't want to step outside the fucking matrix, step out of their little box, apply a little logic, do a little critical thinking, and do some fucking research. And they just want to listen to an authority tell them what to do. So that's going to be our friends and family in the future who are like, wow, what do I need to do now? How do I do this? How do I buy this? And we're going to be like, yeah, dude, you had your opportunity.
I need more hacks.
So it's an exciting time. This is just the tip. Ouch, you're on my hair, or just the tip. Lot of crazy things are happening. It's very exciting. Richard's got some fucking technical tweets that'll tickle you sideways. I mean, I wasn't around for the Hex technical updates back in 2019, but I've heard that this is a synonymous period in time where Richard is giving these, core dev updates. And I can only imagine how exciting that was or is for anyone who knew about Hex before it launched. And yeah, it's to me, I love seeing it. I think we're getting very close. 2 more weeks for sure. And then we'll be in paradise. So appreciate the opportunity to speak, and looking forward to the rest of the crew here. And I see some good folks out there listening. So I'll pass the mic. Appreciate the opportunity. Looking forward to it. And face melting gains are inbound. It's exciting.
Hey, Richard has a dad named Travis. Wonder who that is.
God, and by the way, Hexbala is out there. Shout out to my fucking boy. Hope he's doing well. Danny boy's out there. Fucking Danny is hilarious, bro. Love that guy. Pulsar guys just joined. Hexican the Great. Apparently an OG. I don't know him. He doesn't follow me. So good on you, pal. Hope you're having a good night. And Highway Trap, everybody. Good to see you. Frankenstein as well. And just the tip or ouch, ouch, you're on my hair.
I'd rather give him the full shaft, bro. Full shaft.
Highway, feel free to take the mantle, microphone.
Sure. How do I sound?
Sound good, brother.
Sexy as fuck.
All right.
Sexy
Yeah.
as fuck.
So, oh my goodness, this is what Keith had a good lead in to what I wanted to talk about tonight, which is the difference between projects and products, and the intense, the FOMO, the up, the down, the feelings, the emotions of a project. Hex used to be that way before it was launched. People were waiting, getting updates, freaking out, losing interest, coming back later. Same with Pulse Chain and Pulse X. Um, we have literally the sacrifice of Pulse Chain ended somewhere around August 2021. So we're rounding off on the second year here, and what that does is it gives you the opportunity to look back and see the difference really between a functional product like Hex, where you can count on it, where people are building on top of it, where there's software, websites, or dApps that are created to use it properly. And it has been functioning for 3.3 years without bugs. And these 3 years are critical because usually in something like a Bitcoin or an Ethereum or various, Raven coin or whatever coins out there, you're going to see some kind of software bugs usually taking place within the first year or 2 years. So having 3.3 years under the belt is great, but it's as a functioning product that's usable. People interact with the code directly, and there is with pure DeFi, you can actually use about 6, 7, 8 websites in order to interact with the Hex contract, not just one. So if one goes down, that's okay. You can use another one. So that's you can see a strong function basically of the community putting in their own time and effort to make Hex more user friendly, and basically with a project like, let's say, Pulse Chain right now, we're hopeful. We're looking forward to it. It's you're intense thinking about the possibilities of, it could go up 10x, 100x, 1000x. We have no idea. We have no idea the ratios that are going to happen. We don't even know the specifications, the exact number, the supply of the coins. We don't know when it's coming out, when the testnet version 3, which is basically the ETH 2.0 version, or as I call it, like a version 1, right? Because now we're forking Ethereum consensus. So now, in this project mood, everybody has these intense moments. Some people get mad. Some people sacrifice money and they've been waiting for years and they think that maybe it never comes out. They regret. All these roller coaster of emotions. It's kind of like trading or venture capitalism, right? When you're a venture capitalist, you're putting money in and you're waiting for 3 years, 5 years before the fruits of your investment basically come to fruition or come to be anything. And the problem with the project is a lot of the times in crypto, because it's pseudo anonymous or fully anonymous, you basically get a bunch of people promising the world, promising great performance, promising DeFi that's going to solve real world problems, promising that this is a way to make large gains. And then what you get is basically you come back to an orchard well after harvest time and you get a bunch of moldy apples on the ground, right? And you're like, what happened here? You promised me the world and this is what I got. So the thing I like to hold back on is, yeah, it's important that we're participating in, the future, the upgrades of hopefully of Hex, but Hex itself is able to withstand the ups and downs of these emotions. The contract will work regardless. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit faster. It's going to be cheaper to use Hex on Pulse Chain. So we're really excited about that. However, we can trust in the code that we've trusted in for 3.3 years, whether it's on Pulse Chain or Ethereum. And that's because Hex is a finished and locked product. When we say locked, the code's not going to change. So that's one thing that's always been, you could call it like a comfort to me myself, thinking that we have a good thing going here. And if we have the upside and the gains of the other things coming out in the future, that's wonderful. But um, there's a lot of risk involved with things like that. And with Hex, you're able to make plans. You could plan out when you want to put in a time to pay yourself in the future, right? You could set up 5 years from now, I'm going to need X, Y, and Z. Maybe I'll put in some Hex, burn it, and then in 5 years, I'll be able to basically mint the Hex rewards. So that's what I've been thinking about. I know it's exciting times with all these updates. I have a lot of people asking me questions about when Pulse Chain is coming and all this stuff. And just keep that in mind that, there's a lot of things we don't know. It could be a bumpy road. And worldwide adoption of Pulse Chain is probably not going to happen overnight, and there's going to be fickle people. There's going to be traders coming in and out, and the hype's going to get, higher and lower. But in the end, we do have the basis of our community, which is, it's kind of like the foundation built on something that's pretty solid, which is Hex. So that's pretty much what's been on my mind for tonight. Thanks for your time, everyone.
Hell yeah, brother. Well said.
Y'all give me 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Keith, take over. For 2 minutes.
Oh my God, he needs 2 more minutes.
Dude, I got it.
I need 200 million more Hex. How about that? How about that fucking shit, dude? You buy the Hex bottom for 8 months and you still fucking you look at some of these OGs and you're like, Christ, fuck. Hex had 4 fucking zeros in front of it at one goddamn point, okay? 4 zeros. You motherfuckers. And hey, look, sacrifice set, we got 3 zeros. Okay? We got 3 zeros. All right. So we got 3 zeros. Hex bottom was 4 zeros. We're not even getting the same deal that early Hex adopters got. And we're fucking 2 years into waiting for Pulse Chain. So wrap your head around that for a quick second.
I don't know if you saw, Keith. Did you see the little scenario calculation of if somebody buys Pulse Chain versus Pulse X on a launch, and it's basically mapped out a scenario like,
yes,
let's say
FOMO. Don't buy the FOMO, buy the dip. Yeah,
I mean, possibly, yeah. So like what you're saying, maybe there's an extra zero that gets added onto one of these. We don't know, right? So maybe the sacrifice was 000 one, and maybe you get 0.0001 after 6 months later because people the hype and everything's burnt. I don't think it'll happen, but that scenario shows you that if you DCA'd into a little slight dump versus buying when it's up 5-10x,
Right.
your potential for earning that 250x or whatever goes up substantially, right, compared to the other one. So one could do 1000x, and PulseX, if it does 200, it could still get you more gains if you just bought a dip versus that pump. So scenarios like that are something you have to think about. I like that idea of just dollar cost averaging, where it kind of averages out your prices. But it's cool to see people put together stuff like
I
that to
think
kind of
it's
make
gonna
people
be.
think.
I think it's going to be advantageous to say you bought this on day one. That you should be buying a certain. Now, I'm not saying ape in. I'm saying deploy some capital when those bridges open and actual economic value is brought into the system. Whether that happens within, I don't know, days or minutes, I don't know how this is all going to play out. I believe we will have, an initial phase of airdrop, $0 of no money in the system. It's all ratios. That would not be the time to fucking do shit. I would say probably best to just hold your horses on that. Definitely don't touch your Richard Hart Genesis airdrop tokens. Your Genesis PLS, PLSX. Don't touch that. Just kind of sit, wait for those bridges to open, whatever that looks like. Dude, this is old news, but a day or two later, the bridges open is the kind of the narrative that we think. So it's like, well, if we launch, you might as well just wait and just chill until we can see what's going on. So, but yeah, this has never been done before. I got my girlfriend that's just like, doesn't believe it, doesn't know what it is, doesn't get it yet. And I'm like, look, just, like I said, I'm a crazy loon bird right now. This is all wild. Doesn't mean anything. Haven't seen life-changing gains yet. But this shit we are a part of something before the rest of the world knows about it. It's like, you're in the best position you possibly can. If you know about what's about to happen, and even though if you didn't sacrifice, like, still you're at a way, huge advantage. So I see Trap's got his hand up. I'll flip it over to him.
You're right. Hey, Kev, you're right about crazy loon bird shit. Like, Richard has told us a long time that we are the 1%, but actually we're like the 0.1%, literally. If you want to really do the math on it. I know Highway is a math expert. We are like the 0.1%. We are legends in our own minds. We're legends in the community. We're here to protect the heart. So based off protecting the heart, let's just go ahead. I want to touch on scammers. I want to touch on these people that come in our community and want to shill bullshit. They think just because they have Hex in their name that they can talk about Hex and they're fucking Hexican. They're lying to you. There's so many scammers out there. Everyone is coming to us. We have to be very vigilant. When I say very vigilant, we have to watch these people. They're going to infiltrate us from every fucking way they fucking possibly can. Can we say that word on here, Ego? Is that cool? Whatever, I'm just going to say it.
Yeah, I've been cursing.
Yeah, okay, so I'll keep cursing. Look, fuck these fucking scammers. Fuck these half-ass Hexicans. Most of them are hexless. Hexless. They don't have hex. Most of them are pulse chainless or pulseless, I guess we could say now. That might be a new term we're going to create. Most of them are pulseless. We've watched these people just infiltrate everybody it promotes. PulseX, PulseX, PulseX. They don't fucking promote Hex. They don't promote Pulse Chain. They're all about PulseX. They're all about any other fucking coin out there in this world, that's trying to build. And I appreciate people building on Pulse Chain, but half these fucking projects are all just goddamn scams. We have to be vigilant. Let's keep our heads straight. let's support Richard Hart. You know, Richard Hart's the one that created this shit. He is a legend. Like, he is a fucking legend. Y'all have no idea. Like, Hex was created to fix the problems Bitcoin has. That's why Bitcoiners are fucking crying every fucking day. You know, you got Bankless, aka Hexless, crying on stream, shitting on Richard. You know, because they're hexless. They have no
Simon.
hex. They have no hex. There's multiple other people continuously shitting on hex. You got the L coin, you know, and I'm not going to say its name, but it's just look at the chart. It looks like a fucking L, like a literal L. It is the coin that always goes down. You got all these hex people that promoted this shit, so-called hex people that promoted that shit, and that shit just fucking continues to go down. It's like the worst performing chart ever in the world. Never forget these people, guys. Remember who these people are. Pay attention. Like, they are not here for hex. They're not here for hex. They're here just to make a quick buck. You know, I said it. Romanian Dan clipped my ass one day because I went off on a fucking rampage one night, and I was like, fuck this shit. I was like, I'm not here to make $300 fucking dollars. I'm here to make millions, bitch. Like, and it's true though. Like, we're not here. None of us are here to make a couple $100 profit. You know, we're here to fucking win. We're here to fucking win. Richard Hart has provided the path for every single one of us, and he's given it to us for free. For free. Yes, we had to put money and shit, but he still gave it to us. You know, no one else has done anything like this in the history of fucking cryptocurrency. Where's fucking Satoshi? Where's that little bitch at? Where's that little bitch Satoshi? You know, how many times has Richard called him a little bitch? Little bitch, short man. You know, where you at? Where you fucking promoting fucking Bitcoin? You're gone. You came, you went, you left. We're here. Hex.com is here. RichardHart.com. Free yourselves. Hexicans are here to save everyone. You know, you need advice? Hit up anybody in this goddamn stream. Like, anybody. Hit up any of us. If you really want to know the truth, hit us up. We're here. We'll help you. We love you. Hex is the way. Like, not talking about Hex is the way. Like, Hex is the way has the best name ever because Hex is the way. Hex was created to fix the problems Bitcoin has. Never forget that. I love Richard. Shout out to all my people in here. Ego, Highway, Kef, Spicy. I see you down there. I don't care if you're a Dogecoiner. You're a Hexican in my mind. Kelly, suspect. We got to get our ass out of XRP. It's going to slowly happen. We're working on it. I don't know. I just roll, guys.
Yeah, no, I think
Shout out Hexpalot too. Hexpalot.
Yeah. Shout out to Hexpalot, man. Hope he's doing well. Kelly, hope you're having a good night. Kelly has Hex. Remember, she is not hexless.
She's not hexless.
She's
not hexless.
You may say suspect. Right. I say she's not hexless.
She's not hexless. She's not.
I mean, dude, you're either hexless or you're fucking not, dude. You're either wrecked or you're in tune. And some people, they choose other ERCs. I mean, cool, bro. Cool story. I hope you have custody
of your L coin. I'm here for the L coin.
I hope you have custody of your tokens in a, with possession of the seed phrase yourself, and you actually have possession of those ERCs. And yes, cool. You're gonna get your airdrop. Haha, you're getting your PRC fucking bullshit.
Hey,
But
can we
like,
bring up Poltergeist?
let's think about where are the gains going to be? Where is all this tied to? Where is a lot of the economic energy existing today in this ecosystem? I mean, like, why, if you're going to buy some ERC to get a copy, why would you buy anything other than Hex? In my opinion, I just, let's just say, forget about how amazing Hex is. Let's just forget about the tokenomics, the game theory, the utility, the T-share system, the science behind, mining ladders, staking ladders, whatever you want to call it these days. Forget about all the amazing things of, why Hex is, revolutionary. Let's just think about from like a pure, like, numbered go up perspective. Where do you think the bulk of liquidity and, like, economic energy and value is going to be when this goes live? Think about number go up, and what do you think is going to pump harder? You think?
Let's let fucking Poltergeist tell
Oh, I
us.
see Danny's up here now. Danny's up here. What's up, Danny and Poltergeist as well?
Let Poltergeist tell us about what he's about to do and show us all personally what a scammer coming into our community looks like.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I love.
Trap pretty much spelled it out about exposing scammers. I think a lot of people know me as like a pretty chill guy most of the time. I'm usually very polite, very respectful, but I've always said that I have issues with one person in particular, and that if they ever came anywhere near this community, they were going to get fucking wrecked. And that's exactly what's about to happen. I'm going to be changing the title of my spaces from now on. It's not going to be Happy Friday for the next few weeks. It's going to be Bring the Scammers Here to Die, because we have a scammer trying to come in this community. They just did an interview with Funding Jim and Freddie Quotes, and Operation Release the Kraken is about to come to fruition. This dude is going to get fucking annihilated. Fucking annihilated.
Let's go.
So the main holdup was just the fact that I had over 300 screenshots of this dude's server, and I condensed the information into 8 videos. So I'm going to be doing a series. This guy is MYC Odd App on Twitter. MYC _ app _ odd, all capitals. He is a fucking piece of shit. He's a fucking scammer. He has a failed capital raise, over $60,000. He has 4 failed DeFi projects. You can go onto TronScan because he built them all onto fucking Tron. TronScan won't even list the prices because the liquidity is too fucking low. And he fucking shilled the shit out of Sologenics and then fucking dumped it on everybody. I can prove that.
Sounds like a fucking pleb. Sounds like a wreck pleb we don't need in this goddamn community.
I can prove all of this systematically, and that's what's going to be going down starting Friday. Trap Gravity knows the truth. EcoBuild knows the truth. Papa Boner knows the truth. Hex Hangout knows the truth. I'm pretty sure Hex is the Way knows the truth. There's a lot of people that already know the truth. Now we're going to be bringing
fucking right, we know the truth.
Yeah.
We know who the fuck he is.
We're going to be bringing this to everybody. This guy is not coming anywhere near Hex. He's not coming anywhere near Pulse Chain. He's the kind of person that will try to launch a coin on Pulse Chain and get everybody into his shit. He could be another Jack Levin, basically. So
or Ryan Conley too.
Or Ryan
Conley Jr.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
I mean, look,
fuck
that
Ryan
other
Conley.
that
Ryan
second,
Conley
I'm not even
just
gonna
took
speak
my
the
dick,
name, but that RC you just mentioned, that dude didn't even have the gall to like come into the spaces and talk. At least I'll give JL, or should I say loser L, like
the L, the L coin. L coin. Look at the chart. The chart shows an L.
Loser creator of the loser coin. We'll
Worst chart ever.
We'll call him L.
L coin. L coin.
L. Well, yeah, there's L coin, but then there's L. So you're the ultimate L. Like he's the ultimate loss. Like L for loss, loser, wrecked pleb. I mean, I saw a tweet that said it's become too expensive to mint. Blah blah blah. Only option is to buy bullish, and I'm like, you fucking piece of shit, leading people to their slaughter. Like literally trying to get people to buy your L token so you can use them for exit liquidity. You and your friends. Fuck.
Okay.
So fuck them. Fuck all that. You know, I was gonna go and I was gonna say something publicly, but then I was like, oh man, do I want that internet target? I don't want that smoke right now. You know what I mean? Like,
I want that smoke.
Let me lay in the shadows. Let me lay in the shadows right now. I'm trying to be like a relatively like public figure. Did I say public figure? I'm trying to onboard like fucking CEOs and shit. Like I'm trying to like bring in whales, like companies. I want businesses and employees buying this shit. Like I'm like like I've got aspirations for this ecosystem that are like gigantic. So like I don't need to be going around fucking like starting unnecessary fires just to burn. You know, you try to burn you solve the problem by burning the neighboring village down. Then the fire spreads, it ends up burning your shit down too. So it's like, what did you accomplish? So it's like, anyway,
I'm bringing is hex.com so you can send that shit to me, bro. Send it to me.
When I think about Richard Hart, I'm like, this is why I have conviction, because I see these other fucking, pieces of shit out there just wrecking people's souls. And I'm like, fuck, dude, thank God I'm not involved with that shit. Because, like, I could have easily gotten wrecked by something. Let me back up. I fucking bought the top of Cardano, like, an ultimate wrecked pleb. So, like, let me just throw that out there, early 21. And you listen to Richard Hart. He tells you the truth. He speaks the truth, and then you see all the other bullshit. And you're like, how could anyone have a problem like with this? I mean, I understand if you just found Rich, dude. So many people have been like, oh yeah, Richard Hart. Oh, I don't like that guy. I don't like the way he dresses. It's like, dude, these are no coiners who, they know Richard Hart, but they go and look him up and they see that, and it's like, you don't know Richard Hart. Like, you have no idea what this dude is about and how like he's actually trying to save not only his users, but like anyone out there, like trying to not get people wrecked, trying to give them good advice, like great ideas, great way of, ways to live your life, things to just, and it's just, I don't know. I have a lot of conviction behind what he says and how right he's been about so many things. And then I look at like wallets on the blockchain, and I'm like, fuck, I go back in time and I'm like, God damn it. And I see what like the ETH that was swapped for Hex early on, and and then their stakes, and like how much Hex is, how many really what fucked me up about it is like the T shares. Once I found out how many T shares some of these people have, I was like, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh my God. 5,000, 6, 7, 8,000 T shares. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I can only imagine. So I have conviction in these products, these complete immutable products that have, incredible game theory and tokenomics and maximum fundamentals and everything that Richard has coined about, these
but T-shares are, Keith, I mean, T-shares are the equalizer, so not all T-shares are equal. Right? So you got 1,000 T-shares for 2 years. After that, you're out of the system. You got to pay next year's retail price. That's going to be pretty intense for you. That's a heavy downgrade, right? You go from 1,000 down to 300 or 200. Who knows, right? Because you didn't go long. Another way to look at it too is age, right? So there's some people, it might be a legacy to their family, right? Because maybe they got into Hex and they're 65 and maybe you're 29 or 30 or something. So for you could roll 3 cycles in this and they're rolling 1, right? So, and the large payouts are coming out post 2030, right? So, if you're in the system for 2-3 years and you're collecting, one hexa T-share, and then these other people are going to be collecting 40 or 30 hexa T-share, and then hex price in that future set time has a chance to have a network growth, where we're seeing not 50,000 stakers, we're into the millions, hopefully, right? If you're into the millions of stakers,
Millions
what
of
would the hex
stakers,
price
dude.
be? And then there's support for your, 40 hex a day that you're earning, whereas most people, can only afford one T-share at that point. You would have accumulated 50 or 100 or something, right? So there's a lot of angles to it. I would say, I wouldn't get discouraged on somebody if they have 10,000 T-shares, or if they have a 5,000 or 1,000 or
No,
50
and
or 10,
I'm not saying like one is better than the other. I'm just saying it. Who are the guys that make money in crypto? Founders and guys that get in early and hold. And it's like, are we still early with Hex? Absolutely, absolutely. But like, even if you buy at 1.8, 1.7, 2 cents, and you buy the bottom, that's the local bottom. It's not the actual Hex bottom. And it's like, so that's why a lot of people, and I mean, I'll speak for myself. I saw Pulse and Pulse X. Well, Pulse, I didn't know the importance, but I still got involved. And then Pulse X, I was like, oh my god, and I fucking went absolutely. I was like, all right, I gotta. This is the opportunity to get in. Early ground floor before even before these things even release. Before the rest of the world or the rest of a industry finds out about it, right? Let's just go with crypto industry, right? Just think about that. Like, it's mind numbing to think about the potential, and like, what do you have to look at? You go look at the history of layer ones. What have they all done? Average 637x over like a 3-year period, right? Like, or maybe 2-year. I don't know. It might be less than 3-year, but all the layer ones, right? And then you look at the dexes, and you're like, fuck, the potential for those. And it's like, that's just relative, like history, like those are just numbers that we have. That doesn't mean that that's going to apply to this. This is like a whole new concept, a whole new design, everything. So it's wild to think about what's going to happen here. And, I'm certainly excited. I think we have amazing things on the horizon. I'm very confident in this entire ecosystem, and Hex is the glue that bonds it all together, in my opinion, because everything is great. We trust everything. We trust Richard. We trust Pulse X. But Hex is the product, the backing that solidifies all of the beliefs, because it's a complete product and it's immutable and you can't stop it. It will always, continue on.
Product. It's the only.
It's the constant.
Product.
It's the constant. It's the constant. Richard Hart is the conductor. Hex is the engine, the backing of the backbone of everything, and Pulse and Pulse X is just going to be a way to save the Hex and the Hexagon community from a priced out, expensive layer one where the fees are greater than the earnings in the product that's on that chain. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, Pulse is here to make Hex better. Pulse X is here to make Hex better. Hex is not going to benefit Pulse Chain. Hex is not going to benefit Pulse X in really any way. Like, those products are coming out, to solve the Ethereum gas fee issue, and then obviously provide a DEX with that brand new layer one as well. I mean, that just makes sense too. So slap the layer one, slap the DEX on. You have the store of value, you have the yield, trustless yield, and now you've got a perfectly designed crypto, completely decentralized crypto ecosystem. Yes, there's an origin address. Get over it. It's for the benefit of the ecosystem.
Just imagine. Look, just imagine,
live with it.
Like,
you want to trust?
You
want to trust a benevolent being whose benefit is to uphold the system, for the greater good of the ecosystem, or do you want to trust, the government or the Fed?
Well, Kev,
or
you're
the
nailing
I mean, like, you got to put your fucking trust somewhere.
Kev,
like, you might as well put it in a benevolent acting, origin address that's there strategically to make sure that the system doesn't get front run or attacked or whatever.
Satoshi and Vitalik all in one. You got Satoshi and Vitalik all in one. You got Bitcoin. Hex was created to fix the problems Bitcoin has. Pulse Chain was created to fix the problems Ethereum has. Like, you've got
Pulse X is designed to fix the problems Uniswap has, which is really not a lot of problems, except admin keys.
Admin keys. No, you're right. So you got it all in. You got a one-stop shop right now. Like, it is beautiful. It is amazing. People do not realize what is about to fucking happen. Holy fuck. It's fucking gonna roll, you got other communities out there that are fucking scrambling, doing their damn thing. Like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're reversing their words.
There are other communities.
There's people out there bringing XPR to the community and full shit like that. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, how stupid are you? Like, and I keep saying this, and I've said this publicly. Like, there's trash out there. They are lost. They want Hexicans in their space because they want to fucking learn. They're trying to learn. And we're trying to give them the fucking truth, but some will take it, some won't. But we'll keep going.
Yeah, I think this actually leads into my next point. You're talking about communities. I think well, obviously, our community is by far the best. When you look at all the communities out there, it's kind of a dark space. It's not the prettiest of places. People are wrecked. But there are a few, that hold strong. I mean, all the BTC maxis and the ETH maxis, maybe ETH maxis, but not many other altcoins or like layer 2s, whatever. But our community is amazing. I mean, the things built on top of Hex, the encapsulated Hex stakes, the community pooling of max length stakes, all of the derivatives there. I mean, there's a lot of really cool things. I'm kind of excited. There's also some, there's a couple other new things out there. Something a little stirring about, maybe the ability to short and long Hex on a leverage trading platform. That sounds fucking sick. Same thing, short and long Pulse or Pulse X, whatever. Any it's a financial DeFi instrument to short and long, like leverage trade, and bring in some real degen or potentially institutional type investors. A whole new investor class in this thing. That's attractive to me. I'm like, that's buy pressure. Okay, but I wanted to say that Highway. I did market buy just a tiny little bit of Hedron, and when I say a tiny little bit, I mean like dude, you can get like fucking tens of millions of Hedron right now for like 20, 30, 40 bucks, 50 bucks. It's like, I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I tossed a little bit of Hedron because I'm gonna restake all the Hedron and all the Icosa. So I scraped the everything recently. I did that. Actually caught the Gwei at a decent time, which was nice too, because I've noticed that don't do crypto during the day these days. Like, don't interact with the Ethereum blockchain and try to do your DeFi, blah, whatever you want to do. Swapping, sending, central exchange, tokens in, tokens out, all kinds of things. It's fucking, it is wrecked. I mean, I literally was like, I'm not going to swap at this hour of the day. So I waited until later. And dude, it's just like, think about how cheap it's going to be soon to buy Hex, stake Hex. Like, oh man, I'm very excited to be able to like potentially, send Hex or send Pulse or send Pulse X to friends just to get them started with something. And show them a little crypto in their wallet, be like, yeah, here's the Richard wallet, here's the fucking key ring, here's a little Pulse, here's a little Pulse X and some Hex. You can stake all of it. You can do whatever you want. I'm not gonna give them enough to sell. I'm not gonna be an idiot, but yeah, it's just exciting, man. All the other derivatives. This is a great time to be alive in DeFi. And if you're in here and you're listening to all this, it's very exciting. We have a lot of really cool things happening. So I'll pass the mic. I know Danny's out here.
Hex.com for yourself. Hex.com for yourself.